King Richard, hearing of the pranks of Robin Hood and his men, he much admired and more desired to see both him and them. Then with a dozen of his lords to Nottingham he rode. When he came there he made good cheer, and took up his abode. He, having stayed there some time, but had no hopes to speed, he and his lords with one accord all put on monk's weeds. From Fountain Abbey they did ride down to Barnesdale, where Robin Hood prepared stood, all company to assail. The king was higher than the rest, and Robin thought he had an abbot been whom he had seen. To rob him he was glad. He took the king's horse by the head. Abbot, says he, abide. I am bound to rue such knaves as you that live in pomp and pride. But we are messengers from the king himself did say. Near to this place his royal grace to speak with thee does stay. God save the king, said Robin Hood, and all that wish him well. He that does deny his sovereignty, I wish he was in hell. Thyself, thou curse, says the king, for thou a traitor art. Nay, but that you are his messenger, I swear you lie in heart, for I never yet heard any man that honest is and true, but those who give their minds to live upon other men's due. I never hurt the husbandmen that used to till the ground, nor spill their blood who range the wood to follow hawk or hound. My chiefest spite to clergy is, who in these days bear great sway, with friars and monks, with their fine trunks I make my chiefest prey. But I am very glad, said Robin Hood, that I have met you here. Come, before we end, you shall, my friend, taste of our greenwood cheer. The king he then did marvel much, and so did all his men. They thought with fear what kind of cheer Robin would provide for them. Robin took the king's horse by the head, and led him to his tent. Thou wouldst not be so used, quoth he, but that my king thee sent. Nay, more than that, quoth Robin Hood, for good King Richard's sake, if you had as much gold as ever I told, I would not one penny take. Then Robin set his horn to his mouth, and a loud blast he did blow, till 110 of Robin Hood's men came marching all of a row. And when they came, bold Robin before, each man did bend his knee. Oh, thought the king 'tis a gallant thing, and seemly sight to see. Within himself the king did say, these men of Robin Hood's more humble be than mine to me, so the court may learn of the woods. So then they all to dinner went upon a carpet green, black, yellow, red, finely mingled, most curious to be seen. Venison and fowls were plenty there, with fish out of the river. King Richard swore on sea or shore he never was feasted better. Then Robin takes a can of ale. Come, let us now begin, and every man shall have his can. Here's a health unto the king. The king himself drank to the king, so round about it went. 2 barrels of ale, both stout and stale, to pledge that health was spent. And after that a bowl of wine in his hand took Robin Hood. Until I die I'll drink wine, said he, while I live in this green wood. Bend all your bows, said Robin Hood, and with the grey goose wing, such sport now show as you would do in the presence of the king. They showed such brave archery by cleaving sticks and wands, that the king did say such men as they live not in many lands. Well, Robin Hood, then says the king, if I could thy pardon get, to serve the king in everything, wouldst thou thy mind firm set? Yes, with all my heart, bold Robin said. So they flung off their hoods. To serve the king in everything, they swore they would spend their bloods. For a clergyman was first my bane, which makes me hate them all. But if you will be so kind to me, love them again I shall. I am the king, your sovereign king, that appears before you all. When Robin saw that it was he, straight then he down did fall. Stand up again, then said the king, I'll thee thy pardon give. Stand up, my friend, who can contend when I give leave to live? So they are all gone to Nottingham, all shouting as they came. But when the people them did see, they thought the king was slain, and for that cause the outlaws were come to rule as they did list. And for to shun which way to run, the people did not wist. The ploughman left the plough in the fields, the smith ran from his shop. Old folks also, that scarce could go, over their sticks did hop. The king soon did let them understand he had been in the green wood, and from that day for evermore he'd forgiven Robin Hood. And when the people they did hear, and that the truth was known, they all did sing, God save the king, hang care, the town's our own. What's that, Robin Hood? Then said the sheriff, that varlet I do hate, both me and mine he caused to dine, and served us all with one plate. Ho, ho, said Robin Hood, I know what you mean. Come, take your gold again. Be friends with me, and I with thee, and so with every man. Now, Master Sheriff, you are paid, and since you are beginner, as well as you, give me my due, for you ne'er paid for that dinner. But if that it should please the king, so much your house to grace, to sup with you, for to speak true, I know you ne'er was base. The sheriff this could not gainsay, for a trick was put upon him. A supper was dressed, the king was a guest, but he thought 'twould have outdone him. They are all gone to London court, Robin Hood with all his train. He once was there a noble peer, and now he's there again. Many such pranks brave Robin played while he lived in the greenwood. Now, my friend, attend, and hear an end of honest Robin Hood.